Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Smom's Lifestyle, your number one shop for the calming soap experience. What is that, you ask? Well, I want to help those of you working adults, me, you, everybody else, working adults, learn how to use aromatherapy, essential oils, aromatherapy soaps to help you stop bringing the work stress home by creating simple, small routines and rituals that you can do every day. It's super simple, and it helps you relieve that work stress and anxiety that you've been carrying around or that you carry around all day at work, and stop bringing it home. Okay? We are about feeling good, feeling calm, feeling great. We leave work at work, and when it's time to stop work and come back home, it's really important to be able to let home be that safe, zen, happy place. Not that work is not. Some people it is not, but some of us, work is a nice, happy place. However, it can also be chaotic. It can also be stressful. And so you don't want to bring that stress home. And we tend to bring it home physically with bringing the work at work home. But then you also bring it home in your body with the stress that you're carrying. And so my goal with Smom's Lifestyle is to really help you get routines and rituals and tips and advice and things like that, just from things that I've learned over the years myself in dealing with stress and anxiousness, stemming from work sometimes, a lot of times, that I've just learned over the years that has helped me, and I want to be able to help some people out there who might be struggling with the same thing. So if that is your cup of tea and you want to find out the D's, the goods, what you can do, simple things that you can do every day, then consider joining subscribing to Smom's Lifestyle. I do lives every Tuesday. I'm going to be real with you. I'm trying to do lives every Tuesday, but I'm going to tell you, sometimes life be lifing, and then unfortunately, lifes. Because last week, I'm going to apologize now. I had full intention on, being here, but I apologize to all of you who were expecting me and ended up with me not present. So I'm here, and I'm giving out my sincere, deepest apologies. Sorry. Okay. But I am trying to do better, and I'm trying to get better. So I'm working through this just like we all working through something together. So we just go work together on this thing, okay? So today I want to talk about, here's the question. How do you manage stress at work? I'm going to pause for a moment, let you think about that for a second. How do you manage stress at work? Whether you work from home or whether you actually leave your home and go to an actual building for work. How do you manage your stress at work? Now, this question came up in a very interesting way. For those of you who may not know, I'm a teacher. During COVID, I took a pause. And so there are some positions that I've been applying for recently. And there's one that I applied for that is a virtual, that's a virtual position. And so because it was virtual, usually, even with the virtual positions, they usually still want to interview you face to face, or they do it, through Zoom, something like that. But this time it was a virtual or digital interview, which I've never done that before. And so if you've never had a virtual interview, it's this little computer system that you log into, and then they give you the questions, and they show you like the amount of time you have to think about the answer that you want to give for the question. And then it records you answering the question as if you were actually like sitting there with the person answering the question. But you're not sitting there with the person answering the question. You answer the question at home. So I kind of like it because you can do it whenever you want to. And I ended up doing it last Sunday, so I was able to like do it, around my schedule that was working best for me at the time. And so I said all that to say they gave like, general questions that you would expect for a teacher related role. And then the question that was at the end that I was very kind of surprised to see, because I've never seen that question or had that question even asked to me. And it's not even like it's a really big thought-provoking question, but I just never had that question asked to me, especially doing for a teaching position. And so the question was, how do you manage stress at work? And so I'm going to tell you, the Jessica before COVID handles stress at work, eating cookies, eating chocolate, drinking juice. And I literally mean juice, okay? I am an apple juice lover. I am not talking about, it's not a code for something else. It's apple juice, okay? So don't come messaging about any extra adult drinks. No, I'm talking about apple juice, okay? Apple juice. But, so, yes, me drinking juice, binge watching TV, and I still do that really, sometimes. I didn't have a whole lot of healthy habits for dealing with stress. I did not. However, now, post-COVID, I guess you could say post-COVID, I've learned the impact of not having routines and systems and strategies and routines and rituals, really. And I hate to really call it rituals, but ritual is something that you do over and over and over again. And these are things that I do over and over and over again. So essentially a ritual. There are things that I do now that I didn't do before. And essential oils are a big part of what I do now. And part of what I used to also do when during that time, showers, I would have to come home and take a shower, and I've talked about that before. Like, I just needed to come home and kind of wash off. Just wash off mentally, because of everything that was going on with COVID at the time, and because it just made me feel better after I took a shower. Sometimes it's just something about that hot shower that feels like you could go do anything else you need to do, but I need my shower first, okay? I was that person, and I kind of still am that person. But now it's like a whole little routine. I have the kids, downstairs. I get them their snack because I already know that they're going to be hungry, talking about what we eat for dinner. So I don't get aggravated with the what's for dinner question. We do snacks. And so while they're downstairs having their snacks, I go off to take my shower. I light my little scented candle. My bathroom, I make sure that stays nice and clean and clutter free. I don't even let my kids come use my bathroom. My bathroom is off limits. There are other bathrooms in the house. Mine is off limits. And so I keep it clean and clutter free because it makes me feel calm. It makes me feel better. So I light my candle. I don't turn on the lights. So I have a nice little dim light that I have on with the candle that's scented. Right now I am using, I think it's called lavender eucalyptus, and it smells so good. But that's one of the things that I do. Turn on my shower, and before I even start reaching for a soap bar, I just stand in the hot water and let the heat and the steam just run across my back, because I for whatever reason I carry a lot of tension and stress in my shoulders and my back. And so letting that hot water just run across my back and shoulders first just releases that stress and tension and tightness that sits there all day long, from whether it's sitting at the desk or just moseying and going all day. It helps loosen the tension. And so the next thing that I do once I do start my shower, I have aromatherapy soaps. I didn't used to use aromatherapy soaps. That used to not be like a thing that I would use. But I've learned that essential oils, specific essential oils like lavender, eucalyptus, there's another one called Lang Lang. I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's YLANG twice. But those oils are known to be very calming naturally. And so I like using aromatherapy soaps because they naturally, through the smell, relax your body. And in doing that, having that candle lit, having the warm shower going, having the aromatherapy soaps going, it just helps loosen and relieve the stress that's just hanging around and been hanging around in your body all day. And so that is just something that I have to do before I go do anything. It's like my way of washing off the stress, washing off the day. If you could like literally see stress getting washed off, that's literally what's happening. And so that is one of the things that I personally do. And I feel so strongly and believe so strongly in having a routine and a system that you do after work. I feel like because we're so used to being busy all the time, we have to cook, we gotta do homework, we gotta wash clothes and get the laundry go. You have so many things that you have to do and that you are really required to do. There's no way of escaping it. But before you can go straight in from work and straight to the next job that you have as parenting that you're picking up after work, you gotta have a way to cue your body, a way to signal to your body. Leave work stress there. We're coming home and we're transitioning into a calmer, slower pace. It helps your mind slow down, it helps your body slow down, and it just gives you a way to just ease into the next half of your day without the rat race that you feel like that you're in all day long. And so that's part of what I do. So my 3 things that I want to encourage you to do when you come home to help you get rid of that hurry that you have in your body, that stress and that tension and sometimes anxiety that you bring home from whatever you were dealing with at work, whether it was meetings, whether it was something somebody said that, about something you had to do for work, or it was deadlines that you missed, or the list of things that you still have left to do that you didn't quite finish, or you're feeling like you're doing 3 people's jobs by yourself. It's a combination of things that cause you to build stress and feel stress and anxiousness from work. But there are things that we can do to help our bodies move into a state of calm that will help you in that with your overall mental and emotional well-being. Okay? And so the first thing I would tell you to do, and I suggest you do, is change your environment fast. And what I mean by that is just that. When you're moving from work is done. And so you have to have something that is looking at my notes, y'all. So you have to have something that helps you transition from work into home. And so whether that's getting out of your work clothes and going straight to some sweatpants or something comfy, first, and then taking a shower later, or taking a shower first and then getting into your nice comfy clothes. But you have to have something that helps you shift your environment from work. And if you work from home, this is extremely important because you're combining work and home life together. And when you're doing that, combining work and home life together, it's hard to bring that separation between. Because when you are driving to work, at least you have to drive back home, even though, traffic isn't like the most exciting things to deal with and be in. But you have that separation before you actually get home to separate work from home. But when you work from home, everything is just combined together. All the tasks, all the responsibilities, they're all connected. And so changing your environment by changing clothes helps you separate work from the rest of your day. The second thing I want you to do is pick a signal, and I'm going to tell you what I mean, but pick a signal that helps you separate work from home. That signal can be lighting a candle. That signal can be putting on essential oil roll-on, like a certain oil scent that helps you calm and relax, or feel calmer and relax. That cue can be washing your face, doing your little skincare routine, something, even if it's stepping outside for a few minutes and having a favorite drink, juice, water, tea. Again, it's something to separate your day, your work day, from starting home time. Okay? And then the last thing I want you to do, and I kind of went into this already, is to drink something and focus on it. And the reason why I want you to do this, if you are a planner like me, sometimes we get stuck in planning mode and we come home without really stopping first or having a moment to just breathe from the day. And you are thinking about what you're going to cook for dinner. Did I take the laundry out the washing machine? Did I get the kids' school clothes ready for tomorrow? Do the kids have band lessons today? It doesn't even matter what it is. You're thinking about a bunch of different things that you have to do next or later or even the next day. And so you are not physically present in the space and moment that you're in because you're thinking about everything you have to do next. And so when you have a drink like water or tea or juice or even like a warm soup, if you have things like that, hot cocoa also, and hot cocoa works even in the hot seasons too. Yes, it does. Hot cocoa is good even in July, even though it's hot. But it's still good, and it actually still works. It helps calm your body down, and your nervous system. But doing that forces you to slow down. And when you're doing that, slow sipping on your drink, whatever that is, think about how it tastes. Think about the temperature of the drink. Think about the smell. Those simple, basic things that we don't even really think about when we're drinking. We're just drinking. It helps you to slow your brain down because your brain is in overdrive from the day of all the decisions that you had to make, all the things that you had to plan out, all of the to-dos that you had to do. Like, you're still wired, and your brain is still wired in that same way. They're doing simple things like that, which some people call mindfulness, But doing simple things like that helps you to calm your body, calms your mind, and it really helps with what they call racing thoughts. It just helps you slow down. So the 3 things that I want you to remember today in helping you give your body cues or signals to separate work from home, so that you're not bringing work stress home, work anxiety home. Because even though you clock out from work and you leaving work, that work stress is still sitting there. That work anxiety is still sitting there unless you do something that helps you unwind from it. Why it's important is when you don't deal with stress and you just let stress fester over time, it starts causing health problems. It starts causing things like high blood pressure. It starts causing things that can develop from you not checking in with yourself, diabetes, and all the other things that we just end up having because we're stressed, we're anxious, and we're not checking in on ourselves because we stay busy. And we use the excuse of being busy to not check in on ourselves, to not go to the doctor, to not do the things that we know we need to do. And so I want you to really take these ideas, and you don't have to do all of them. Pick one. Whatever resonates with you. That's the one I want you to take, because it starts small. And when you start doing these small things, you will start noticing the difference in how you feel at the end of the day. You will start noticing the difference in how you feel when you wake up the next day. You will start noticing the difference in how you feel when you're headed to work the next day. And I want you to carry those ideas and suggestions and tips with you, because we really got to get a handle on this stress and anxiousness so that we can live happier, calmer lives. Okay? So if you enjoyed today's episode of Smom's Lifestyle from the Calming Soap Shop experience, I would absolutely love to know. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you do to manage your stress at work or once you leave work. Got some other suggestions and tips that might help somebody else? Leave it in the comment, because we have to spread the knowledge. We can't, what they call it, gatekeep information. Don't gatekeep. Spread the love. We all need to relax and chill. Especially right now. Okay? We all need some calm in our lives. So spread the love. And if you DM me stressed or stretched thin, we'll go with one word, stressed, I have something that I want to send you. And it is a little workbook that I created. It's not really a workbook. An ebook that I created for my friends who are feeling stretched out, overwhelmed, stretched thin from all the things that you're doing. I have something I want to send you. So, and it does come via email. So you'll have to give me your email in order for me to send it to you. But I would love to send it to you. And I know that it will be helpful because it has helped me. It's things that have helped me, and it's things that other women who have received it said has helped them tremendously as well. So send me a DM saying, I'm stressed and I got you, and I'll send it to you. Until next week, remember to follow Smom's Lifestyle so you don't miss the next time I go live, because it'll send you a little alert in the corner of your Facebook. You know, I'm still learning even that little small techiness. I know they're probably, some of y'all's like, techiness? Yes, I'm not into technology like that. I'm definitely not a big social media person. I am not. This is not my favorite pastime, okay? Just being straight up real with you. But until next time, I'll see you next week. Color your thoughts. Beautiful. Bye.